Hey, what's up you guys? Today we're going to be doing a review video on the stock radio versus an aftermarket radio in my 2011 Mustang. As you can tell, it's got a small screen here that'll display the song or the radio station you have it turned to, the time, the temperature, and the direction you're headed. It's called the shaker system. Below that, you have 10 preset channels, 1 through 9 and then 0 at the end. You can program these for AM, FM, and the Sirius XM when equipped. Some Mustangs are, some aren't. This one is. For the aux and the USB, which I have plugged in now using as the source, they are both tied into this box here. And then you can see the ports right there. So right now I have the cord coming out and going to my phone because that allows sync. You can't do sync on an aux, but you can on USB, and because it'll charge my phone during the ride. This radio is also equipped with Bluetooth, so you don't have to use the aux or the USB if you don't want to, and that'll still allow you to use your steering wheel controls. Some of them you can't, like use the voice commands with sync when it's Bluetooth, but you can when it's USB. But you can use the volume up, volume down, next track, last track, stuff like that. Alright you guys, so this is what the aftermarket radio will look like. This is the Kenwood DMX7704S, I believe. And as you can see, it's got a pretty big touch screen. This is what the main menu looks like. You'll keep your factory display here, where it tells you the outside temperatures, the direction, the clock, and the station, and it'll read off some different things to you. It takes away all your heating and climate and all that stuff, but it'll give you these 5 buttons here. These 2 which are already programmed. It has to be rear defrost, and this has to be a shortcut to climate. Then you can choose these 3, so I figured fan speed up, fan speed down, and then front windshield defrost would be good to have just as shortcuts, and I'll show you what they do. So like when I say shortcut, I mean if you press the climate button, it goes straight to the climate screen, which you can set up the heat, you know, go back and forth with the scroll bar, hit these buttons right here to go up and down, and turn AC on, max AC on, determine where you want the air blowing. So that'll be like face and feet, just feet, front windshield, feet, or straight at you, rear defrost, front defrost. If you want the air to come from outside, or, you know, fan speed, all of that is right here in the climate setting. And then you can just press it again to go back out to the main menu. For the main menu, you have a bunch of options. Right now it's displaying the time and date. You can go over to the Equalizer with, if I was playing music, it would go up and down. Let me show you real quick. I'll play some music that's non-copyright. You can see how it goes up and down. And here's the Equalizer screen. The audio settings for this is just unbelievable on how many different settings and stuff you can have. And with the Mustangs in particular, some of the models have these circle speakers here. It recognizes those as subwoofers, so you can control those individually with the SW level. That's subwoofer level. Probably won't be able to tell what that sounds like, but it's definitely a lot of bass. And you can just set it to really anything. They have a bunch of presets for different genres, just whatever your listening style is. And you can do some 4 custom ones, and you can apply it to all your sources, or just the radio, just your Apple Carplay, anything. And speaking of Apple Carplay, I'll get into that after this. This shows you the direction, the climate, or the PSI of your tires, which I think is pretty cool because you couldn't tell that before. So this radio, actually, you can get it with a Maestro box up behind it, which will tie into your car's CPU, I believe is what it does, and that'll tell you all sorts of information. For instance, you can go to these apps, go to gauges, you can completely set these all up and do RPM, air intake, you know, fuel, miles per hour, all sorts of stuff, up even to your 0 to 60, quarter mile, G-force, acceleration, fuel, everything. then you still have Apple Carplay, which it can show you. This is just the name of the beat that my friend made, so don't worry about that, but it'll go over, you know, different playlists, songs, everything, messages, maps, pretty much anything, time, your connection. And this would be the map, of course, but I'm not going to pull it up now because I don't have any data, but it goes off the same map of your phone. You even have Siri right here. You press this button. Let me show it to you. I think you have to press and hold, yeah. And a little Siri icon will come up. And you can just tell it anything you want. And these buttons also come with volume up, volume down, home, you know, different stuff. The backup camera, that'll come on. The backup camera will come on when you put it into reverse, so let me show you guys that. And that's a really good backup camera. I was using it the other night and it's still really bright, even at night. Then you can get into customizing it too with the display. You can choose all sorts of backgrounds and even upload some custom ones. Like this one you can't really see right now, but it's my car and the lake behind it, or these pictures of these 3 crosses. But I'm gonna keep it on red so I can see everything good now. Key color, that chooses the color of these keys. I got it on scan, but you can make it like stay red. You can do custom colors where you input the color values and everything. You can do green, yellow, orange, also blue, anything for it really. I'm gonna keep it on scan because that'll go through them all. But yeah, there's just a whole lot of features for this radio that I really don't even have time to go over everything. You can go over HD radio, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, USB, everything. So many audio settings, it's ridiculous. I'll already show you the equalizer. You can do volume offset, just depending on every source. Speakers. You can set up each individual speaker in the car. So you can go into sound effects, that'll get you bass boost, loudness, whole bunch of different sound effects you can turn on to change the way the music sounds, zone control for just different zones of the car, so you can have different things playing at different times. And when you install this radio with the MUS1 Kit, I believe is what it does, it makes it look still stock, and then it gives you this little cubby down here to like a little storage area. It comes with this USB port, which is for Apple CarPlay, then this one down there too for rapid charging, and it still lets you maintain the 2 you got in the center console and that aux, well, the one in the center console and then the aux, of course, and still maintain all of that. But all in all, it's a great radio. I definitely recommend it. The way it ties into your CPU and tells you all the bonus information that you couldn't see before. It also maintains all the functions of the buttons on the steering wheel, so I just thought it was really cool on how it could do so much. It's a pretty responsive touchscreen too. Like, it'll usually only takes 1 tap for anything. Like apps, go straight to radio. So all in all, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it was helpful if you're thinking about getting it. It'll go over some of the functions that it has. It might answer any of the questions that you had about it. And like I said, I really recommend it. It's a great radio. It does all sorts of things you might need. Hope you guys enjoy.